Friends, welcome to my workplace at Ranaghat, West Bengal, India. In this video, we will see rhexis with Oertli forceps, use of pre-chopper and hybrid IA. Let us observe the full surgery. This is the main incision with a 2.8 mm steel keratome. The incision is placed at mid-limbus. And now, the anterior chamber is filled up with 2% hydroxypropyl methyl cellulose. 90 degrees away from the main wound, a side port is made. And now, with the help of coaxial illumination, capsulorhexis is done with the help of Oertli forceps. Now, hydrodissection is done with the help of 27 gauge cannula and bases. The nucleus is mobilized. The anterior chamber is again filled up with visco. Now watch use of pre-chopper and nucleus sustainer. The pre-chopper is placed just in front of the main wound. The nucleus sustainer hooks the opposite equator. The two instruments are brought to each other and we get a nice crack. Rotated and one heminucleus is divided into two pieces. Rotated and the other heminucleus is also divided into two pieces. So, in few seconds, we have got 4 pieces out of this nucleus with the help of pre-chopper without using any ultrasonic energy. And now we introduce the phaco needle. It goes with its bevel down. Some superficial cortical lens matter is removed. And now the pieces are separated. And one by one, the pieces are emulsified. The pieces come very easily to the tip if we rotate the divided pieces few times. This is the last nuclear piece. At this time, I try to detach the epinucleus, but in this case it was not necessary. And now sometimes I use the handpiece itself to remove some cortical lens matter, but in this case the posterior capsule was coming forward and I stopped attempting removal of cortex by the phaco needle. Now I fill off the anterior chamber and the capsular bag with visco, and then I take a 23G Simcoe cannula and remove cortex from the inferior aspect from 9 o'clock to 2 o'clock. My plan is to use hybrid IA in this case. Hybrid IA means the aspirating port is capped and the aspirating tube is attached to the aspiration cannula of bimanual IA set. And now the handpiece is introduced and it acts only as irrigation at this time. The aspiration is done and the subincisional cortex is very nicely, very elegantly removed by the aspirating cannula. And now is the time for implantation of an intraocular lens. The capsular bag and the anterior chamber is again filled up with 2% SPMC. And now a hydrophobic acrylic single piece monofocal intraocular lens is implanted in the capsular bag. Here it goes. And now the intraocular lens is turned so that the haptics are about 90 degrees away from the main wound. And now I use Simcoe for some time. First I irrigate the anterior chamber, and then I irrigate the capsular bag, and then I aspirate for some time. Then I use the bimanual irrigation aspiration. At this time the anterior wall of the main wound is lifted up to maintain the anterior chamber. The irrigating probe goes behind the intraocular lens. The aspiration is done from above and all the visco is removed. And now few drops of a bit of moxie is injected into anterior chamber, and then the side port is closed by stromal hydration, and then a final lavage of the anterior chamber is done. The anterior chamber is formed and the case is concluded. Thank you very much for your attention. Hope this video will encourage you to use pre-chopper, and you will use hybrid IA in some cases.